Hey guys, Ivan here at ivanmana.com. So a lot of you guys have been asking me if there is a free funnel builder, and until recently I really wasn't able to find one. The first thing that comes to mind when you say funnel builder is ClickFunnels, but their cheapest package is $100 a month. So if you're a complete beginner, you're just starting out, maybe you don't have a lot of money to start with, this can get quite expensive. So as luck would have it, I actually had Aurelian, who is the founder of System.io, message me and say, hey, I have a free funnel builder. Do you want to check it out? And so I did, and I absolutely loved it. I said, wow, this is perfect for you guys. This is completely free, and it works very, very well. So I've tested out some funnels myself. I've tested out some integrations. Everything works very, very well. And so that's what I want to share with you here. So this video was sponsored by System.io, and I'm going to show you step by step how to build out your funnel as well as you watch behind my shoulder. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell icon so you get notified when I release more videos showing you how to make money online, or in this case, how to save money online. So let's get straight into it. The first thing you guys want to do is head over to go.ivanmana.com/system.io. This is my affiliate link for System.io. But you can sign up completely for free. The sign up process is pretty simple. Once you click get started for free, you might have to input your name, your email. You might have to go into your email, verify your account, and you'll be able to log in from there. So super, super easy process. It's not going to ask you much more than that. Once you do that, you should land on a page that looks something like this. So this is where we're going to do everything, all right? So like ClickFunnels, System.io tries to have everything in one place. So autoresponders, funnels, products, upsells, downsells, all that sort of integration, everything is here. So the first thing we probably want to do is create a funnel, all right? So we're going to build a landing page, a thank you page, maybe a sales page, an order form page, an upsell page, downsell page, all that stuff. I'm going to show you the how. Super, super easy. And then we're going to add emails, things like that. So what you want to do here at the top is click on funnels. And I already have one, but over here at the top right, you're going to click on create. And you can choose what you want. Like, do you want to just skip email collection and go straight to selling a product? Or do you want to build an audience, collect emails? Do you want to start completely from scratch, do it yourself? Or do you want to run a webinar? So this is completely up to you. We're going to go with this option here, and then we're just going to build it up anyway. So honestly, it doesn't matter which option we choose because we're going to build everything out together. So over here, we're going to say funnel, let's say YT to differentiate it. And then over here, once you start selling your products, you will need a currency, right? Like how much are you going to sell your products or courses for? So this is where you enter your currency. So we'll stick with US dollars, and we're going to click on create. And now it's just going to give us some templates. So the first thing we're going to do is create this squeeze page or landing page or opt-in page, whatever you guys want to call it. So we can preview and take a look at some of them. These look good. It does depend where you're promoting though, because if you're promoting on like Google or Microsoft ads, these pages probably won't pass, like they might not be approved, but you can select them and add more content to it, then it should be fine. Like if you select this page and you just add more content at the bottom, that should be approved fine. But let's go ahead and select something right away which just contains a little bit more information. So let's look at this one. This one just has an opt-in too. They're good, clean pages, but we do need some more information on it to be approved. So, this should be okay. This can be an okay page. So here, either this one or this one contains, or this one, right? Like they all have some info. So let's suppose if we preview this page, yeah, see how this has more information? So you're just gonna go in there and you're gonna substitute that out with, your own stats, maybe your own testimonials, things like that. So let's imagine we wanna select this one. But again, you can pick any template and then just add to it, right? So it doesn't have to be as perfect as we're trying to make it here. So for the name, we can just say squeeze page here. That's fine to indicate that this is our first page. For the URL path, so I don't have anything in mind. Let's suppose we want to promote one of my training courses on my website at ivanmana.com/o-courses. So for this one, we can just say, welcome, for example, for the squeeze page. We're going to hit save. And this is going to be our URL, right? Now this URL, you can change. I'll show you where. You can go to change this to make your own, but this is basically your username. So this was my username that I selected, and it's just going to go before System.io. And you can also change this, by the way, so it's not permanent. So once you do that, you can edit the page, right? So we're gonna go here, this little magic one sign to edit it. And then if you guys used ClickFunnels before, this looks just like ClickFunnels. Like it pretty much is a ClickFunnels replica, except that it's free. So you also see like these exact same orange boxes, these blue boxes, green boxes, right, for sections. The only difference is you have your edit options on the left as opposed to the right, like ClickFunnels has it. And so we can just go ahead and start changing things up here. It's really, really simple, guys, really intuitive. I don't think I have to go into too much detail. Like if you want to change things here, you just select it and you change it. So for example, we want to say, let's say learn, oops, wow, I'm really bad at spelling. Learn more about Google Ads with this training, for example, right? And then if we want to increase the size, decrease the size, here's the italic, underline, bold. You can do everything here. So font size, go down, go up. I think it was 55. Line height, we can increase line height here, And the cool thing about it is that this is all visual. So as you do it, you see everything live, right? You have letter spacing here. So lots of options to play with. If we want to move this a little bit higher up, we can select this element here. And then see here, it says top margin. So we're just going to remove that a little bit and boom, now we moved it back up. All right. So super easy. Can't think of anything else. Maybe if you want to change text color, you can do it here. If you want to change background color, you do it here. So background color like this, that doesn't look too good. So we're going to remove that. But really simple, really intuitive. Let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, so then this one, once you actually get into like the really detailed page optimization, mobile and desktop, you can say, well, I want this to show up only on desktop, and then on mobile, I want to show a completely different message. So you can do that. You also have a built-in animation. So over here, delay before displaying this item, like how many seconds do you want to wait? Like 3 seconds, and then this is going to show up, right? So you can do that, but we're going to leave it off. And that's pretty much it, pretty straightforward. You can add your logo here. So this is text, but let's suppose we want to add an image. We can delete this. And now we have an empty kind of element slot here. So what we can do is we can find image here. We can go ahead and drag it right there. And we can just upload an image. So they don't have an integration with like some of the free builders, but that's okay because all you have to do is go to a website like pexels.com, things like that. Just find a free image and you can just drag and drop it here. So super, super easy. So let's imagine we want to use my logo, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select it here. Here are the options again for this element. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and upload my logo image right here. All right, so I went ahead and uploaded my logo. So let's see what that's going to look like. And there you go. So this is pretty big. So what we probably want to do is go ahead and select that element and then just remove it, or make it a bit smaller. And then we want to put it on the left-hand side, right? We don't want to center it in the middle of this element. So we're going to go ahead and put it on the left. And then that's pretty much it. Now we could drag this a little bit more to kind of center it more evenly if that's what you want. That actually doesn't look too good, so let's put it back the way it was, like that. That's fine, all these elements there. And then we can maybe make it even a little bit smaller, maybe like that. And there you go, right? So you see your logo at the top, very, very simple. And this is a two column row, so it's really easy. All you do is you're gonna drag 2 columns right here, and you can just do the exact same thing over again. So we're gonna go ahead and delete that part here. And that's pretty much it. You can select this here. So this is an image. So the image is right there. So you would go ahead, select your image, add it here, and quite simple. Over here, again, we can change stuff. You can say, learn everything you need about Google Ads with this comprehensive training course, something like that. And then for the button, we're going to select the button and we're going to say, what do we want to do with this button? We probably want to take people to the next page, right? Let's say we want to make a thank you page next. So we're going to say next step URL. And this is now just going to automatically take people to the next step, which we're going to complete in a second, which is going to be our thank you page. Now, we do probably want to include an email opt-in form, right? So we're just going to scroll down. We're going to say form input, and we're going to go ahead and drag it right there. And let's make this button bigger. So we're gonna select fill width. And this button doesn't really look too even. So we probably have to click on it. And over here, as you can see the margins, it's kind of squeezed in a bit from the right. You can tell right there. So all we're gonna do is just do that and now it's even. And then as you can see here, it's a little bit too big maybe for you. So we wanna Nope, not that one. So we want to scroll down a little bit, and over here from the top, see how there's a little bit too much padding. So we can just go ahead and play around with this, make it a little bit smaller there, and maybe make it the same over here. Maybe make it 18. You guys can play around with this, right? So there you go. That looks a little bit more even. And then we can click on the button, and instead of saying book a time with me, we can say, send me the training manual. Let's suppose I'm giving away a free Google Ads training manual or something like that. And then over here, let's say, just enter your name and email below, and I'll send it to you, okay? And let's suppose this is going to be our free guide that we're sending people, so you can do this in the email. For the form input, let's say this is going to be where we're going to collect the first name, and we're going to say, enter your first name here, ... And then we can duplicate this element. So we're going to go ahead and duplicate it here. Maybe move it up a little bit. So we're going to move it on up, maybe like that. That looks good. And then over here for this one, we're going to say this is going to be the email instead, not the first name. And then we're going to say, enter your email here, ... All right. And straightforward, people are going to enter their details. This looks really good. Like I'm really happy with the way this page looks. And you can go ahead and change anything you want. So then over here, what you guys would do on the landing page is maybe add some more things here, like describe your free guide or whatever, maybe add some more information. Maybe you think that this has too much at the bottom. So you're just going to click on it. And then over here, see how it says 160 pixels of like margin at the bottom. So you're just going to, padding, I mean, you're just going to go ahead and reduce that, right? So super straightforward. We're going to scroll down. You can change all this stuff, maybe add some testimonials here, things like that. And then maybe for this button, you want to add a pop-up, right? And then on the pop-up, here's the pop-up. You can click view. This is where you're going to edit this. You can enter your first name, your email. So if people don't sign up at the very top, then this pop-up is going to come down, right? So things like that. Let's see when we want this pop-up to show up. So we want to make sure that this pop-up doesn't show up immediately right away, right? So that would be this option. So if you select on, then as soon as somebody goes to this page, the pop-up is going to show up. You probably don't want that. So we're going to keep that as off. We're going to close out of that. Let's remove that pop-up. There you go. And that's basically the idea, right? So let's go ahead and save this, and let's just take a look and see what this actually looks like. And let's see if the pop-up works as well. So we're going to preview it. It says, this is preview mode. That's fine. So this isn't going to show up on your actual URL. This is just when you're previewing it from the editor. So you have the logo at the top here. Again, you can move it down if you want, right? If you just adjust the padding there or the margins at the top. You have all this information here. Maybe you'll have a picture of your guide here instead. We can scroll down, and then if you click here, you should see a pop-up, boom. And then it's going to be the same thing, and then the pop-up is going to take people to the next page. So that's the idea, right? This is going to be, let's say, our squeeze page, and we can, let's just quickly save changes again. Let's close out of this. Let's go ahead and edit our thank you page now. So we're going to go here. You can choose what you want. So there's a bunch of different ones. I don't even know what we want to do. They all look so good. I do like this one. Let's go ahead and select that one. Seems a bit more complicated than the rest, but it looks good. So over here, we can change the path to say thank you. We're going to hit save. And then maybe we want to edit the page again. So over here, this is where you, again, maybe provide a picture, and then you just tell people what to expect. So I love doing this. I love telling people what to expect because it's the framing effect, right? If you tell people what to expect, it just makes it easier for them to know what's going to happen in the future, more likely for them to click, to convert, to buy, whatever it is. So we're telling them to check their email, open the email, click on the link, all right? Now, I will show you also how to integrate this with the email. So I'll show you how to actually add this in your email. Very simple to do. But this looks good. I'm not seeing anything too much more that we should add. The one thing maybe we should do is let's add a button. Let's say we want to now take people to a sales page, all right? So what I would do is I would find my button right here, drag it here, maybe below this, and maybe we want to make this bigger. So we're going to fill the width. No, keep it smaller. So maybe that's, maybe that's too small. So what you would want to do is scroll down and just maybe increase the padding here. Maybe make it maybe like this. That looks good. And then over here, we could just say button text. We could say, see the full offer. Maybe click here to see the full offer or something like that. Click here to see the full offer, right? And then we can increase the font size a little bit. Something like this. That doesn't look too good. As you can see here, it's kind of taken up 3 lines. So that's probably because our padding is too much. So we want to reduce that padding. Maybe like this. And now the padding is okay because actually the text, so when you write the text, the padding expands by itself. So you don't even have to worry about doing the padding if you're going to write text that's taken up more space. So now I think we should reduce the font size a little bit. Maybe like this, like that. And now we can increase the padding a little bit. Like that. And by the way, if you want to toggle between mobile and desktop view, you just click over here, and this is going to be, this looks kind of good. I like the way it looks on mobile, and here it is on desktop. And you can play around with it, and that's where this option comes in handy, where, if this doesn't look good on mobile, you can go ahead and just say that, hey, I only want this to show up on desktop, but then I'm going to create another button only on mobile. So that's how you kind of play around with it and make it look good. There's also a little bit too much space there at the top. So we're going to select this. We're going to reduce the space a bit. Now, we also want to make sure that when we click the button, we take people to the next page. So we're not going to send any form, but we will go to the next URL, which is going to be our sales page, right? And then we're going to go ahead and just test this whole thing out after we're done. So we're going to click save. And now this is our thank you page where we're taking people to the sales page. So we saved. And now we're going to create a new step. So we're going to create step. We're going to say this is going to be our sales page, and we're going to choose the type. So we're going to select sales page, and now it's just going to give us some templates. And so you can choose whatever you want. I do like the ones with the video, so this looks kind of cool. Let's select that. And then here we could say sales page. We can hit save. And now let's edit this, just make sure everything looks good. And now, so let's suppose after the free guide, you're giving people some actual offer. So let's suppose, after I'm giving people a free training guide, I'm giving them a premium course. So get your premium training course now, for example. And then we want to select that. We want to make it white because now we can't see it. There you go. Whatever you're selling, you'll sell more of it. So let's suppose we want to italicize that. That looks good. You can change the video. So the cool thing I like about System.io as well is that you can actually just upload a video link, which is awesome. You can't do that anywhere else. With ClickFunnels, for example, you must have a custom embed or a Vimeo embed or a YouTube link. You can't just upload a video, which I hate because you're forced to use another system to upload a video here. You don't have to do that. You can simply upload a video. So super awesome. So we're just going to go ahead and select YouTube again because there is a video in here. Now it doesn't look like you can add the sizing of this video, to make it a little bit smaller, but I'm sure that's something they'll be able to do later on. So you have your kind of sales page here, right? Trying to persuade people, trying to get them to buy. Maybe at the bottom you have a button. Yeah, so right here, sign up now. But what I would also like to do is add a button at the top. So let's suppose we want to scroll up. And then we just want to add another button here. Or we can just copy this one, to maintain consistency, maintain the same color. So we can take this button here, and we actually don't want to click on it. We just want to duplicate it. And then we can go ahead and move it on up. We're going to move it up, 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 up. Might take a while. You got to find like the perfect kind of, there you go, to make it go as fast as possible. Like that. Maybe it would have been faster to just create a button. But anyway, just to show you kind of all the things that you can do, right, with this funnel builder. So there you go, almost there. And then maybe we want to drag it right here below. And then we probably want to center this. So I'm going to center it. And let me remove this one. This looks weird. And then we're going to say, yeah, we could say sign up now. I don't know exactly, like, get your free, maybe get started now or something like that. We can say get started with your training now. And then maybe we want to make this a little bit bigger. So for the padding, we want to maybe increase it 25 maybe. I'm going to just type in the number 25 here. That looks good. And then maybe we want to increase the font size a little bit as well. Because the video is really big, right? So we want to match the button with the video, make it big as well. And then maybe we want to reduce the margins a little bit. I think it's a bit too much there. We're going to keep the padding as is, but then over here, for this block, see how, so we can select the element and then we can also select the block, like the blue block. We're going to click that and then we can reduce the topping there. And then here we can also reduce the padding. So boom, right? So we have even less space between the elements. And there you go. And then over here, we can say either next step URL, which is going to take us, our next step is going to be the order form page. Or what you can do is you can add a button here, payment redirection button. So if you add this button, this just automatically takes people to the order form page. So either one, we already did this button, so there's no need for us to do another one, but they will both take you to the exact same page. So we can just delete that. And let's suppose this is your sales page, right? So add your video, add your text, whatever it is you're doing. Some of you guys probably won't be doing this. Some of you will probably just stop at the landing page and thank you page. But for those of you that do have these upsells and downsells, this is how you do it. So let me just quickly show you the idea for what you're going to do with the rest of the stuff, and then we'll move on to automation and emails and things like that. So you're going to click on create new step, and this is going to be our order form. And we're going to select your order form, and we're going to hit save. Now, it's not going to allow us to edit the order form much until we actually integrate it with a payment method. But let's suppose we choose this one, so we won't be able to edit it. But all you're going to do is, the first thing you have to do is integrate it with either Stripe or PayPal. So all you're going to do is click here and then connect. So you're going to log in, and then it should integrate, all right? And then that's pretty much it. So really simple. And then you should be able to start collecting money. So for this page, again, we can do order form. We can hit save. And you also need to add the actual product. So what is it you're selling? So to do that, you have to click on the little plus sign here. And you have to choose what type of product. Is it a course? Is it a physical product? Is it a course bundle? So let's say it's a course. We're going to choose the course. So I already created this, and I'll show you how to do this yourself as well. And then do you want full access, or do you want to give them drip access, which means like every day they'll get access to a new section? What's your type of course you want to give them? So we'll say full access, and boom, right? We've done that. But to actually edit the page, we will need to edit our payment methods because the order form page doesn't really work otherwise. But in the meantime, we'll click save. And then let's do one more thing. Let's say we want to do an upsell. So we're going to come back here. We're going to name it upsell. We're going to choose upsell. And it should create our upsell. And now here is the same thing. So you can choose a template, right? Like, hey, wait, don't miss out the software. This looks good. But then you still have to integrate it to actually edit it, all right? So again, like this process is free, but just like if you are selling your products, you probably have a payment processor where you're getting those payments. So you have to integrate it. For the resources, again, you have to select your product. So what's this upsell that you're giving people? You have to choose it over here. So we're going to hit save. Okay, it can't be empty. So let's just select something. Again, let's say the same exact thing. Yeah, so that looks good. So let's say, we're doing the last step, which is thank you. This time it's order form. So this is the order form confirmation page now. Thank you, right? So it's going to be this thank you page. We'll click save. And now this is going to be, thank you for your order. And it's going to have a summary of everything, right? So let's suppose we're going to do this one. And this one we can edit because people aren't getting any products here. So again, you can edit your URL path here. And then if you want to edit the page, you again click on there and you can edit everything here. So this should be automatic, right? So this order form here, this is automatically everything based on the information that you input previously. So I'll show you how to do all that. But if you don't have this, for example, you just drag it from here, order summary. So super easy, and it's going to be done for you automatically. So I'm going to close out of that. And that is pretty much it for this, right? So again, you would change the stuff around to match your product, and that should be good to go. So that is how you build a funnel. So let me show you first how to actually add the products and how to integrate it. And then I'm going to show you how to create an autoresponder and also integrate it with your landing page, right? So you can send out emails and you can send out your free guide, things like that. So you want to go into product sales. If you have physical products, you would select it here. If you have like a course, you can actually create the course within System.io as well. So just like in ClickFunnels, where you could create a membership site, with your courses, you can do that here. So if you go into courses, let me go ahead and delete this one so we can kind of start from scratch. And I'm going to add a new course. And this is where you're going to enter all your details. So let's say this is we said Google Ads training course, right? For the description, we can say Google Ads training. We can enter the path. So let's say Google Ads training course domain. So that's if you have your own custom domain. Again, I'll show you quickly how you can do that. You would select your domain there. You have a theme, all these different color options, instructor name. In this case, let's say Ivan Mana. You can enter, you can upload a logo. You can add code to this page if you want, and then choose a funnel. So we want to add this to our YouTube funnel, right? You don't really have to do it here because we can do it on the funnel side as well, but might as well do it here while we are here. So this is going to be our order form, right? This is going to be like the main product that we're selling. So we'll say that. We're going to scroll up and we're going to hit save. And now over here, you can add a module. So you can add, welcome to the course. This is module 1. And then you can add your lessons. So you can say here, add lecture, right? Lesson 1. So welcome and intro or whatever, right? And then if you want to delay it, you can do that. So if you don't want to give people access before they, actually fill in some sections, you can do that. But this is basically our, like our lesson 1, so day 1. So we're going to hit save. And then you would add day 2. So you can just basically create a course here, and then this is kind of going to be your product, right? If you want to add a physical product, you just go in here, click physical products, add your products. If you have any coupons, you add your coupons there. Things like that, very simple. And then once you go into funnels, right, over here, we're going to select our YouTube funnel. If you go on this, was it sales page? No, it was the order form page. Over here, when you go to resources, now you should see it available, right? So we've already done it here, membership course. Google Ads training course, right? So that's where now you would see the option after creating the product right there, all right? So that's for this. Now for email, so sending out autoresponders, how do you do that? So you're simply gonna go into emails, you're gonna go into campaigns, and as you can see, I created some campaigns here. Again, let me just keep it fresh. I'll delete that. Maybe I'll delete that one too. And you're gonna click on create. So again, super easy. So we'll say, Google Ads autoresponder, and we'll click Save Campaign. And so this is going to be our campaign, which is like an autoresponder. So now we have to actually add the emails. So we're going to add an email here. We can say sender name is Ivan Mana. Here's my email. Subject, we can say welcome to the training or something like that, right? This is going to be our free training first, and then we can send them out other stuff, right? Whatever. So you can use a visual editor, which has like an image here, and you can play around with it. I do suggest just using a classic editor, which just contains text, because that just looks more professional. That's how emails are sent. Emails usually are sent with just text, not with images. Just looks a little bit less spammy for people receiving the emails. So this is where you can enter all the information. So you can say, hey, and then you can use these variables. You can say, hey, first name, because we collected the first name, right? So we can say, hey, first name, here is the free training guide that you requested. And then you can either add this as an attachment. So you can click add attachment and just attach your guide, or you can link. So you can say, here is the free guide that you requested. You can go ahead and add a URL if you have a URL to it. So you can do that. So let's imagine, let's imagine our URL is ivanmana.com, right? Just as an example, obviously, that's just my site. And now it's just going to show up like that. So we could say, anything, best regards, Ivan. Let's imagine, right? It's a test email. And then that looks good. So we're just going to go ahead and hit save. And now this is going to be our email. It's not active yet because we still have to integrate this with our campaign, right? But you can add more emails. So you can say add another email. You can say, have you heard about this? And then, this is like that will be here. And then this is the sender name, which is our name, Ivan Mana. Again, we're going to use classic editor. And then over here, we're going to say, have you heard that, Google ad conversions increase 3x when you add this simple thing? I cover it here in this video. And then you send them a link to a video, whatever. Take care, Ivan. So this is where you send your emails, right? Where you write your emails. So just, you guys can do it on your own. And then you can hit save. Now, one more thing we do have to do is actually say when we want these emails to go out, right? So we don't want it to go out immediately after somebody signs up. So the way you do it is if you click here, you go to save and publish, you want to say, how long do you want to delay before sending out these emails? So for the first email, we probably don't want to delay anything. So we're going to say 0, and then we just want to send the email right away. So we're going to hit publish, and now this one's good to go. But then this one, for the second email, we don't want to send it right away. So we're going to maybe wait 1 day before sending it out. And we're going to hit publish. And now these are good, right? But we still have to integrate this. So now that you've done the emails, we're going to go into funnels. We're going to select our funnel here. We are going to go to our squeeze page. We're going to head over into automation rules, and then we're going to add a rule. And the rule says that when a funnel form, when somebody has subscribed to the funnel form, they should be added to the campaign. So we're going to say add action. They're going to subscribe to our Google Ads autoresponder, and we're going to hit save. And so when somebody subscribes to this form, they will be added to your list, to your campaign. Now, one thing we do actually have to do, which we have to check, I don't know if we did it or not. For this button, we can't say next step URL, we actually have to say send form, right? Because we have to say that we want to confirm that the form has been submitted. And then once you do that, we can say go to the next step. So that's good. We're going to hit save. And now we can go ahead and just test this out and see if we've been added. So we're going to preview this page. And let's type our name here, Ivan@ivan.com. We're going to say send me the training. And now to check if we've been added, we can go into contacts. And there we are, right? So we've been added as a contact to this campaign. And if we click here, you'll be able to see kind of more information about it. What the source was, you know, all the details, if there are any. And then even if you scroll down, you'll see which email campaign this is a part of, all that stuff. So we'll go back to funnels. And now let's just quickly check and kind of go through and just see what the rest of this funnel looks like. So here's our sales page. Again, video is a little big, but we're going to say get started. And then once you fill all this information in, once you fill in the payment method, right, because you have to integrate this with Stripe or PayPal, you'll be able to go to the next page, which was our upsell page. And so that's how it works. Very, very smooth integration. And that's the process. I mean, we've successfully built out a funnel here. Now, if you do want to change your domain as well, if you go into settings and you go into custom domains, you should be able to just change your domain right here. You're going to click on add domain and you'll just be able to follow the steps to add your domain. Now, yeah, so you do need a new plan. So if you do want your custom domain, you do have to upgrade. But you know, like this is fine. Just using this, if you're just starting out, just to test it, this should be fine for you. And then if you go into account settings, you can also change your subdomain so it looks nicer. So if you wanted to say HTTPS, you know, if you're promoting weight loss, you could say weightloss.system.io, for example. You can do that. So let's see if that works. Weight loss, let's see if it's taken. Yeah, so that's taken already. So easy fix, we can do something like this. Dashes, okay. Only digits, lowercase, and dashes. So let's say weight dash loss. That's used. Weight loss. Now let's see. Save. Yeah. So there you go, right? So if you're promoting weight loss products, you can change your domain to say weightlossnow.system.io. So that's your way of kind of creating a custom domain if you don't want to upgrade to their next package, which is like $27 a month or so. So still quite cheap to get a custom domain. Way cheaper than ClickFunnels at least. And that's the idea, guys. So we've successfully created a funnel. So super easy, guys. If you want to try it out, use my affiliate link at go.ivanmanat.com/system.io. Very, very easy, simple to use, very smooth, free funnel builder. Perfect if you're just getting started. If you guys haven't checked out my free affiliate marketing guide, also do so at ivanmanat.com. If you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, how to get started, how to make money today, check it out at ivanmanat.com. It's a free 55-page guide. That said, that is all for this video. I really hope you do enjoy System.io as much as I did. I will see you in the next video.